Welcome to WWE Attitude Years 2000, where Triple H buried everyone, The Rock roasted everything, and Vince McMahon was out here beefing with his kids. TLC got brutal. The Radicals bailed on WCW, and nothing made sense, but we loved every second. Hop into our time machine, and let's get uncensored.
What's up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. However, we're not covering 2025. We're jumping into our time machines, going back to the Attitude Years, where Stone Cold Steve Austin got ran over. Vince is trying to be a genetic jackhammer and make debuts with Linda, and The Rock is still using the people's eyebrow, and it matters. Today,
Rikishi sticks his ass in people's faces.
Yeah, that's fun. We're covering WWF SmackDown from October 12th, 2000, live in Los Angeles, California. We see Stone Cold Steve Austin in his car awaiting the arrival of Rikishi backstage. We start out SmackDown with the tag team tables match, the Dudley Boys.
Best part, there's no ad on the table.
Yeah. The Dudleys taking on a lowdown in a tables match here. Basic tag match. I don't really like Lowdown as a team. The Dudleys landed 3D to D'Lo Brown through a table, and the Dudleys get the win.
Yeah, basic and boring. There was absolutely no point of D'Lo and Chaz together except for that they had nothing going on, and it just made no sense. But
Just like the way they're making this guy try to pee on TV, it makes no sense.
yeah.
Very weird. We're watching an old moment from In Our Time Machine.
Top 25 most embarrassing moments.
Yeah, it was this guy peeing himself. But yeah, I mean, I guess... Oh, during this match, too, Los Conquistadors come out on commentary, and they just basically say, "Si, senor," the entire time. And clearly it's Edge and Christian, but good to see Conquistadors. And it's good to see someone get hit with a 3D through a table. So
Yeah, I think I said this before. It kind of reminds me of Chad Gable right now. Like, they aren't allowed to have another tag team chance a chance at the tag belts as long as the Hardy Boys are champions. So they're kind of becoming somebody else.
yeah, so interesting stuff going on in the tag team division right now. Moving along, Jim Ross is doing a backstage interview with the WWF Champion The Rock. Rock says, "I don't know what to think about what Rikishi did. It makes me sick to think everything I accomplished couldn't have been done on my own," like Rikishi says. "I thought I knew him my whole life. Rikishi really believes he did the right thing, and it scares me. We all took advantage of opportunities our family was afforded. I could have done everything I did with Stone Cold Steve Austin beside me. I'm torn because I know Rikishi, but he did it, and he's gonna get what's coming to him. I hope Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't do anything that he will regret for the rest of his life." So Rock basically saying, "I didn't do this. I've known Rikishi my whole life. It scares me that he admitted to doing this, but he pretty much says he doesn't want anything to do with it, pretty much, without saying that."
I thought it was kind of corny too, the way he was like sticking up for Vince and the WWF, saying like, "Oh, it's not a race thing." Like, I don't think it was a race thing either, but it felt like very like propaganda-ish. Like they almost like somebody might have accused them and they were like trying to, I don't know, it was weird.
Well, if this storyline was around today, like it would be looked at more in a higher regard. Back then it was kind of like, I mean, here in 2000, we're looking at it as like, oh my God, he's being racist against the company. Whereas now we look at things in a different lens as to, well, is this company holding back Islanders, Yeah. Before they'd be like, oh, fuck them for thinking that. Now we have a different opinion, which is interesting to look back in the Attitude Years. So we see WWF Intercontinental Champion Eddie Guerrero attack Billy Gunn in the backstage area with a crowbar, hurting Billy Gunn's injured arm. Billy Gunn just came back, and hopefully he's able to stick around, but Guerrero is pissed that Chyna left him and Billy Gunn stuck up for her.
Yeah, I was really excited that Billy Gunn got back into the swing of things. I was excited to see him wrestle again, but I don't know, I thought this was kind of stupid. I feel like it would have made a bigger wave to see Billy Gunn out there wrestling.
I agree. Speaking of Eddie, he's defending the Intercontinental title against Chris Jericho and X-Pac in a triple threat match. During the match, Jericho bulldogs Eddie, then is a lion salt, but X-Pac low blows Jericho, hits an X Factor. Guerrero tosses the X-Pac out of the ring and steals the victory here after X-Pac and Chris Jericho brawl. And this rivalry is still not done. They fought Unforgiven. They fought backstage. They've used nunchucks. What's next?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it needs to come to an end. Like, they need to have one file back and just be done. It's getting a little drawn out now. Yeah.
Agreed. The police are talking to Stone Cold Steve Austin backstage while he's in the car. They're basically warning him that if you do hurt Rikishi and run him over, you're pretty much committing murder and you will be arrested. And Austin just rolls up the window, doesn't want to listen to the police. William Regal joins commentary next. We have European champion Al Snow defending against Albert with Trish Stratus. Al is representing Hong Kong. He's got this like straw like hat that a lot of the like
they wear like in the fields.
Yeah, and Al Snow has a picture of Hong Kong Phooey, which is a cartoon from the 70s. This would be totally like banned.
Everything every time he does these very
cultural appropriation.
Yeah, but what do you call something when it's like it's like
stereotypes.
Right. Very stereotypical things. They're funny.
I don't know why
they weren't. Yeah, they weren't meant to be like put anybody out or make anybody feel bad. They were just funny. But of course now with everybody being woke, people would look down upon this. But it was good old-fashioned fun. Nobody was meant to be hurt. And as far as Stone Cold out there, it's kind of like dumb. They're like, oh, well, it's vehicular manslaughter. Well, what about what Rikishi did? He admitted it, and they're not doing anything to him, so.
I agree. Moving on to the match, though, Al Snow beats Albert with a Hurricane Rana followed by a roll-up. After Al Snow hits Albert with head, and then William Regal attacks Al Snow from behind, and eventually we're going to see Regal and Al Snow down the line. But I do like this funny stuff with Al Snow, and I find it funny, so fuck everybody else. Jim Ross tries talking to Stone Cold backstage, and that does nothing. We then get Chris Benoit and Perry Saturn with Terry taking on the team of Triple H and the Road Dogg. During this match, Benoit hits Road Dogg with a steel chair on the floor, but Triple H hits a pedigree to Perry Saturn, and Triple H and Road Dogg get the win. After Benoit applies a crossface to Triple H, and a bunch of refs separate afterward.
I kind of thought X-Pac might get involved in this because he's kind of like not part of DX anymore. He got in a fight with Triple H. He got in a fight with Road Dogg. But, yeah, this was an alright match. I'm not a huge fan of Perry Saturn, but,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Well, Stephanie tells Triple H, you know what, if I was out there with you, I could have helped you. You should let me reconsider, let me join at ringside. And he's like, no. And she's like, I understand. And so Stephanie's got something up her sleeve.
Well, the thing with Stephanie is, though, like, I kind of get where Triple H is coming from. Like, yeah, she can. It's like she's an asset when she's out there with Kurt Angle. But with Triple H, she kind of fucks stuff up for him. And, I mean, she's literally stopped him and his partners from attacking and doing stuff to other people. Like, she kind of hinders him out there. And then, well, when it comes to Kurt Angle, she puts on her boxing gloves and gets down. So it's like, whose side is she really on?
Whoever wins. Commissioner Foley comes out next, and he says he can deliver Rikishi to Stone Cold Steve Austin. He calls Austin out, so Austin comes out. Foley says, don't go after Rikishi because you'll get arrested. Wait until No Mercy. Austin says, why should I wait? Foley says, because we won't get what we want, because you'll go to jail for a long time and we won't see you beat up Rikishi. Austin says, you're offering a match? Foley says, no, it's not just a match, it's no holds barred. Anything's legal, no one goes to jail, you can do whatever you want. And Austin says, I accept. This is going to be brutality to a whole other level. So Austin and Rikishi, no holds barred.
Austin's first match back, no holds barred. Austin's pissed, and I'm excited for this for sure. I think it's going to be good.
Next, tag team champions, the Hardy Boys, with women's champion Lita defending against Taz and Raven. During the match, the Conquistadors try to distract the Hardys, but Jeff is able to land a swanton to Taz and the Hardy Boys retain. Los Conquistadors, man, every time they try to screw over the Hardys, they can't.
Yeah, well, they got to get those belts off the Hardys so that they can challenge for them again. So
we'll see. Stephanie McMahon Helmsley comes out next and introduces her client, Kurt Angle. She's going to be managing him. Kurt Angle takes on Kane. Kane lands a military press to Kurt Angle, throwing him into the ring. Stephanie tosses water on Kane on the floor. Kane lands a flying clothesline. Stephanie distracts Kane, allowing Kurt Angle to roll up Kane. Afterwards, though, Kane chokeslams the referees. But the main point here is that with Stephanie helping Kurt gets a victory.
Yeah, I was really surprised that we didn't see Triple H come down. I thought he was going to come down and fuck somebody up. I thought he was going to actually help Kane out. But, yeah, Stephanie's got some balls here, and she's not going to like it when Kane comes after her. And, you know, I think Triple H is going to get the last laugh here, so. Or he'll have to come save her like he always does.
Probably. Our main event, WWF Champion The Rock taking on Val Venus with Steven Richards. Before the match, Stephanie and Kurt Angle will come out on the ramp and shit-talk The Rock, basically saying that we were all gullible to think The Rock didn't have anything to do with Rikishi running over Austin. Rock lands a rock bomb to Val. Then Steven Richards gets on the apron, allowing Val to hit Rock with the WWF title. The Rock kicks out. Rock bottom to both Val Venus and Steven Richards, and The Rock retains the WWF Championship. After Kurt Angle attacks The Rock, Angle lands a low blow and 2 Olympic slams, while Stephanie slaps The Rock, and we might have a new champion at No Mercy with Stephanie in Kurt Angle's corner.
And it's already set that Kurt is fighting with The Rock? Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely be a good match. I think Kurt's going to be champion soon, and I think it would be best for storyline. But, yeah, we all knew that fucking Val Venus was not going to become champion. But I think this was just a setup, you know, for Kurt to kind of get it in before the pay-per-view.
Get it in. Well, decent episode of SmackDown. We've got Raw's War, another SmackDown, and then we're at No Mercy. More matches will be made in the next 2 episodes. I'm enjoying October so far. We're having some fun covering this. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell on YouTube to stay notified when new content is created. Leave a comment. Do you think Stephanie should have sex with Kurt Angle and just make babies with him and join him? If not, let me know.
We could have little Olympians.
You could. You could follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. For now, we're going to climb out of the time machine and go back to 2025, sadly. And
you could always go back and on the internet and look at China's Playboys from 2000.
Yeah, pretend it's the fall time. All right. Until next time, everybody, stay safe and stay uncensored.